Hi guys, and welcome to another SketchUp video. Today we are going to talk about how to choose the correct scale in SketchUp LayOut for your plans. You probably know the struggle. When you first start working with layout, you have your viewport set up, but you have no idea which scale to use for your plans. I'm currently working on a new project called the Jacksonville project, and I have almost finished my 2D spatial plan in SketchUp. As you can see, it's almost complete, just a few details left, and now I want to place it into SketchUp LayOut. So here in Layout, this is my viewport, but obviously we need to define the scale before we move forward. First, you need to decide on your template size. I have chosen an A1 sheet, which is RHD in the US. This one is quite large, typically used by architects or builders, and it makes sense for a bigger house project like this. I'm working in millimeters, but the exact same process applies if you're using inches, depending on where you live. Alright, so now that we have defined the template size, I'm going to use the line tool and draw a line of, let's say, 100 millimeters, which would be around 4 inches. So this line now represents 100 millimeters on this specific layout size or paper size. If you're working in inches, you could use 4 inches or 5 inches. The exact size doesn't matter, just pick something small that you can easily measure. I'll switch back to millimeters for now. Now let's zoom to that size. What you want to do is hold a real ruler or tape measure against your screen. I know I can't really show this properly, but I'm literally holding a ruler against my monitor at the moment. And at the same time, I'm zooming in and out until the line on the screen matches the real world measurement of 100 millimeters. So once you have done that, you know the zoom level in the bottom right corner of your layout screen, that this one corresponds to the real size, for example 100 millimeter or 4 inches as mentioned. And based on that, you write down your zoom factor for this specific template size. Keep in mind that this zoom factor can be different depending on your monitor and resolution. So right now the scale we have is way too large, so I will choose a smaller one. Right click the viewport, go to scale, and you will see some predefined scales from SketchUp. At the moment it's set to 150. If we zoom out, you can see that the page is almost filled, but it doesn't show the entire plan. So we need to make it smaller. And right now I can see the ground floor and a bit of the second floor, so I want to display all perfectly on my size. Let's try 1 to 75. That could work, but we still have some unused space. And when I zoom back to my calibrated zoom level, around 150 in my case, it actually looks like it could be slightly bigger. So what we need is a scale somewhere in between. In Layout, you can define your own custom scales. So go to Layout Preferences, then choose Scales and click the plus icon. Here we can literally define a custom scale. For example, 1 millimeter on paper equals 70 millimeter in the SketchUp model, for example. Now when I select this one, you can see it becomes slightly larger. So it definitely fits better my A1 template. I still have some space on the sides for annotations, and when I zoom back to my real size preview, everything looks readable and well balanced. Let me quickly now show you the font size as well. I'm using a Helvetica at size 11 right now, which feels tiny bit large. Again, I always check this at my calibrated zoom level. I think size 10 works better for dimensions, so I will set that as my standard for this specific template. Now the next step, I want to show you the same thing on a different template size, A4, which is roughly US letter. Just so you understand why choosing the correct scale is so important. A lot of designers create plans, print them, and then are surprised when everything is either too big or too small. I will just copy the viewport from my A1 template. As you can see, it's huge, obviously. So first of all, this is a large house, and I generally don't recommend using A4 or US letter to display a full spatial plan of an entire house if you do want to print it. And to fit the entire plan onto this smaller page, I would need something like a 1 to 200 scale. For digital viewing, this can work because you can zoom in and out in the PDF. But if you want to really print this on an A4, it's gonna just look tiny. Maybe in the video you don't see that much the difference, but I highly recommend trying it yourself. Just define the template size, test different scales, and compare how they actually look in real size just looking at your monitor. In this case, it only really makes sense to show the house room by room on A4, so you can still see the details clearly. For example, using a 1 to 75 scale works well for a single room. You can still have space for annotations and everything remains readable. But for a house of this size, you're much better off using A3, which is US tabloid, or even H1 RHD if you have access to larger printers. And lastly, I want to quickly show you a more complex example, a dressing room layout with scaled elevation drawings, and an A1 or RHD format is just perfect for this type of presentation. Here I've placed multiple viewports to display all the details needed. The top view is set to 1 to 15 scale as well as all elevations here. And since it's a smaller space, we don't need to present it as large as we did with the full house plan. Again, if we zoom in using our defined layout zoom factor, we can get a good sense of how everything will look both on screen and then, of course, when printed. You can also draw a quick reference line across the viewport to check how wide the drawing will appear in real size once printed. And this is the top-down view, and for the elevations I have used the same scale, 1 to 15. And of course this can range depending on what you are presenting, which is exactly why defining your zoom factor is so important when deciding on the right display scale. I really love working with the A1 RHD format. It's ideal for showing a high level of detail, dimensions, and even additional drawings like RCP plans, all within just a few pages. By the way, if you're interested in my standard drawing templates, you can check out my online shop under Design Resources. I have created a full template package which with all size mentioned in this video, honestly a no-brainer for $10. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. Don't forget to like the video if it helped you, and I will see you in the next one.